Super versus Solar.
Protoss player for Team MVP starting to the top right, down one game in the series. Habitation Station is his map choice. It is Super, falling to his Zerg opponent on Daedalus Point in game number 1. And the Samsung Galaxy player spawns to the top left. We have him here in red. This is Solar taking that lead. Let's see how he's going to play on the map choice of his opponent. Is he able to edge out a 2-0 victory, or will we see a third map? And what's it going to be? Daedalus Point was the starting map.
Yeah,
not
can't
going to
see
be
it
his
anymore.
pick.
Exactly. Well, the choice here for Super to take Habitation Station,
it's an interesting one.
do you think he's going to try to go for the third base on the gold? Because it's kind of exposed, but if he walls it off and he's not up against Mutalisk, it could be okay, but he's probably going to be up against Mutalisk if he decides to take that gold base. Oh, that poor Ultralisk.
For me, it's... yeah. I don't know what it is with the new
The
maps,
map pool, man, they're not about you. They're not about
exactly.
Zerg.
Like, Daedalus, all the Zerg units are tortured. Now here we have the Ultralisk basically impaled on...
He's like
I don't know what
the structure or something? Like
I don't know
with
what
his
kind of
essence?
construction that is, but impaling the Ultralisk is... it's just bad taste, I feel. I want to see what Solar is doing more than I want to see what Super is going to do with that gold base, because for Solar it's really the choice where he will probably try to get the third base as fast as possible, and usually you try to take that gold because it gives you the boost in mineral income. Then you can build a lot of Zerglings on the back of that if you need to, and you can dominate the middle of the game. So I kind of feel that this is what's going to happen there. That's why I was a little bit surprised to see Super go for this, because most Protoss players that I've talked to so far are not too happy with gold bases in general, and as is actually Super going to the left side of the... sorry, Solar going to the left side of the map and takes his third base there. Doesn't
Double
want
hatch.
to expose it.
Yeah, double hatch before pool, and you could see he was considering not doing it. He sent his drone back, then sent it back again. And a little bit of indecisiveness there, but he has to be careful about the timing of this Warp Gate research that's going to come out. The Solar already sees this with his Overlord, sees the Cybernetics core finishing up. And he's going to know, okay, it's an aggressive timing could go my direction. Maybe that's why he takes this base instead, because he knows that this base is very far away by ground, and much closer is the gold base. The gold base is a lot closer to, you know, being attacked by something like this.
The Zealot is moving out as well, and he actually looks like he wants to go for that gold.
And he's rushing it. I mean, he's going gold base as his natural. And he's going to wall this off. This is a pretty cool idea. I like this a lot.
Makes sense that he chose the map for that now, and the thing is really like, you know, it reminds me sometimes a little bit of what was that map that we had, the Keswa map that first appeared in Pro League?
Oh, are you talking about the one that the ice map with the gold bases in the middle?
With the third base.
Neoplanet S.
Neoplanet S, where you could just bounce between the third and between the natural and try to catch the units of guard there, put a little bit of a wedge between the two bases. That scenario reminds me a little bit of that. If you look at the entrance to that natural and to the gold base, and the entrance to the natural, to the main base, it's a little bit like this. So you can try to cut your opponent off guard there. You can wall that gold base off very well though, and the advantage that Solar really has is just that so far his double hatch before pool has not been scouted, and you will be able to get this off quite easily. Question or other being is, how much can Super really gain from the gold base?
Yeah, that's the question. Scantipede can't hold a watchtower. He's just awkwardly standing near that Zealot. And I think he's going to go Phoenixes with the Stargate. And with the gold base, Super is going to have more mineral income than he would ordinarily have in a regular game. And what he chooses to do with that is up to him. I think what he could do is be aggressive with 3 gateways, especially once he figures out that his opponent's gone double hatch before pool. This is a great scout for Solar.
Yeah.
He's not even making a unit here because he wants to kill that Zerling first. Shows the Oracle. And I guess it is just going to be Oracle first. Doesn't cancel it, sticking with his guns here.
All extra queens coming into play now, and Solar, he has the experience that he needs to really beat this. And so far there's just no scouting for Super. He didn't see anything. He doesn't even know what the Zerg player started with. Could have been spawning pool.
He could be running across the map with
hatch.
roaches right now for all he knows.
Yeah, it could be whatever. But I actually think that I like the position for Solar just because he scouted everything that was happening. He saw the gold base right from the beginning. He decided to not be aggressive against it. And with what he's doing right now, with taking 4 gases already, I can see him with a fast tech and just trying to commit to timing.
Well, we have a few Zealots moving out to be aggressive. 14 Zerlings on the way. 16. And that should be enough with the small group of Zealots that we have. There's no forward warping point. And he has the Oracle here, but it's shut down. The Oracle can help out against Zerlings, but not anywhere near the Spore Crawlers. And ouch, he's taken so many hit points off of that. Only gets 2 kills, which is kind of the normal.
Yeah, the Mothership Core also losing a few of the HP here, trying to move back, is already down to 80. And so far, nice defense here by Solar. He has a good Harvester count, looking at 45, but the Queen count really helping him out. He committed to Spore Crawler, so air units shouldn't be a big problem for him, especially not with the extra 6 Queens that he has.
Yeah. Only 1 Void Ray out for Super. Doesn't use anything else in his Stargate, gets a Robotics. And I think with the Robotics, he wants to secure that 3rd base with some Colossi. Just carefully, safely, even warps in 3 sentries right now, which kind of leads itself to that as well. And, uh-oh, there's nothing here, though. Cannon, the wall, nothing.
Okay.
This is a slow lane run by.
That is...
Doesn't actually get a single probe, funny as it is.
Chases them away, and that's a lot of mining time lost there. But that was a very casual attack that we saw there.
He even lost his sentry for no reason.
He doesn't even have speed. It was a very, very casual attack.
I like that.
Moving in and starting to take down a couple of probes, killing a sentry.
I like that term, the casual attack. It's like, it doesn't really have to go crazy. Just come in there, chase the probes away. Nobody has to run. Please don't run.
Casually running through the wall and starting to attack the mineral line.
The Zerglings come over there. They see, like, on the gateway, there's a sign that says no running. The Zerglings like, oh, okay. We'll attack slowly. We'll come in here very carefully.
Yeah, that
on
was
the tippy toes.
That was very interesting. That reminded me a little bit of the game that Vampire back then played against Suoshin.
Yeah, that was... I keep bringing that game up whenever he plays in Pro League. People still remember.
Yeah, of course they do. That's not a game that you can easily forget. Well, for now we have the Spire tech started, and we have quite some gas here, and really good gas mining for Solar so far. Did not also take the Speed Geysers at the 3rd base. The Void Ray is gone, and, well, more and more upgrades for the ground army are now being researched for Solar, but with that Spire, he definitely has the potential to just switch into Muralists again.
I feel like Super is playing really sloppy this game, to be honest. Now he has these units trapped outside of his base. He's got Force Field, so Solar's not going to commit. But just not getting a whole lot done with the Oracle, only getting 1 additional kill, losing the Void Ray for no reason. No upgrades. His forges are so late, and just letting those Lings go through his base. Look at the supplies. I mean, he didn't scout early, so he didn't have anything he could do to punish the double hatch before pool, which then already gave him so much of an advantage in Larva. And
he did not see the Spire, and there's a 4th base now coming up too. And look at the gas bank that currently exists for Solar. That's 1,000 there right off the bat. That's 10 to 11 Mutalisks if he wants to.
He's probably going to start +1 too.
But he still didn't see. He has a hallucinated Phoenix in his opponent's main base, and he does not see the Spire.
That's actually just bad luck, unless at this point. I mean, he's not being as diligent as he could be. But this Oracle could be getting so many kills if he only knew. If he was only in the right spot to see the hatch, but he doesn't see it. 10
Mutalisks.
And the +1.
And +1, exactly. 12 Mutalisks. And no scouting information. There are no Phoenixes on the map right now. We don't have Blink, since there's also the Twilight Count that just now started or about to be completed. He
barely has any Stalkers, if I'm not mistaken. He has a few sentries. And now the Mutalisks are finally seen. The only way he knows this is when his Oracle is killed.
And now this goal, well, good luck getting that cannon up. That is so not going to happen. This would be the first target if for any Zerg player going at the gold base and trying to take down the Harvesters. And with the cannon building, yeah, that's just not going to happen.
No way. And he's just going to ignore the cannon even. Overcharge goes down. He knew that was going to happen. And to get this pylon, the Stalkers are stuck!
Oh, God.
Oh, Super is playing one of the sloppiest games I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, that bouncer there at the wall or at the door is really taking his job a little bit too serious. You should at least let the employees in or out.
Yeah, this is...
that's a very exclusive club that the Stalkers, the Zelda is protecting there.
I think actually that might be a changeling, man. It must be a changeling. There's
it's a traitor. It's a traitor.
Oh, he kills it before they overcharge, which means he can actually target this Nexus down.
And there's still no wall.
He can target it down.
No wall. And look at those 2 Colossi. What are they doing there? Headbutting Mutalisks? I don't think that's going to happen. Oh my God.
This is game over, man. This is actually sad to watch.
He is so... like, seriously, the only units that were blocked by the walls that we saw were Protoss units.
Yes.
Every single time a Zerg unit wanted to get into the natural, into the 3rd base or the main base, those Zealots were just stepping aside and were like, yeah, of course you're welcome to come in here.
Suho Shin's face is what Super is seeing in these Mutalisks right now as he watches more and more units go into his main base. I mean, we're actually just watching him fall apart like a house of cards.
He very casually takes the game.
This series is 3 out of 10, would not recommend. GG. Solar takes a 2-0. Will advance
Yeah.
the winners match.
Would not watch again.
That was not the super that we've seen before.
No, not at all. Like, I really don't understand. Like, he blocks the Stalkers, and then when the Zerglings want to run in, there's nothing there.
Let's be honest, the 3 Stalkers are probably lucky. If they were over there by themselves, they would all just been killed too.
Like, also, what do the Colossi really do at that third base when the base was only attacked by Mutalisks and nothing else? I mean, maybe
Lings come by later.
Maybe you want to position them there for the Zerglings. If Zerglings try to knock at the wall again, that we have a Colossus in there. But on the other hand, if those Colossi are with the main body of the army, well, I guess what he probably did was just move the entire army over there. All of the ground units were blocked by the Zealot. There wasn't a wall, and the two Colossi were walking over there on their own.
Maybe
he didn't see that. I think that was probably it. But he takes those down. The Zealot is unfortunate. Then he puts the Zealot to the side. Zerglings run in. Maybe he just got really like... You know, sometimes you just try to like watch at different points, and when you hear that something happens, you jump in there, and the problem is already, it's too late to fix it. You jump to the next spot, the same thing happens, you just jump after it, and it just continues that way. I feel it was just a game that ran out of control.
Well, I mean, what I said from the beginning, it's going to be Mutas against that gold base. They go in, there's the cannon's too late, everything's too late. He just didn't see it, you know?
He scouted like twice. He had the Oracle in the main base of Solar. He didn't see the Spire, and then the pathing for the hallucinated Phoenix was not good enough. He didn't really check behind the mineral line. He just took a quick tour, and he didn't see that either. Should have seen it. Should have, would have, could have. In the end, he didn't, and so he couldn't prepare. He immediately dropped the cannon when he saw what was going on, but it was already too late. Mutalisks were on the way. That was just a very, very unlucky game by Solar. By Super.
Well, for Solar, he's going to now advance to play against Byung in our winners match in TVZ, and unfortunately for Super, he's going to fall down to a losers match against Fantasy for a PVT. That's all going to happen after a 5-minute break, so stay tuned.